You just don't understand. You just don't understand that Western civilization is rapidly being destroyed by these postmodern, neo-Marxist, postmodern cultural types. That'll be $2,000. Pure ideology.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is a video game. It is a video game I purchased via the really bad Master Collection that just came out, which crashed on me right at the boss fight and erased my past 3 hours of gameplay, so I just watched the last 40 minutes of cutscenes on YouTube. I technically played the game. If you don't think so, sue me. Anyway, MGS3 is great. It's crazy how a game that is 20 years old feels like it could come out today, just if the controls were changed. It's full of crazy details and depth-filled gameplay, to the point where multiple players can play the game and basically have completely different experiences. Or they could just do what I did, which is run through every level to be as non-lethal as possible so the Sorrow section wouldn't take 20 hours. The other Metal Gear games are filled with really a bunch of nonsense and bullshit, confusing lore and commentary that actually isn't that original. Stop pretending that Metal Gear 2 was prophetic, but MGS3 pretty much ditches all that nonsense and delivers a prequel that is very much its own story. Of course, it's enhanced and given a lot more weight if you know the other games, especially with that ending, but you can honestly just enjoy this game by itself and it works perfectly. It's basically a James Bond movie.
What exactly don't you like about James Bond? I mean, is it the fantastic gadgets, the cars, the guns?
Major,
Snake, wouldn't you like to have a gun shaped like a pen?
what good is a pen gonna do me in the jungle? I'd look like a fool.
Then what about a snake-shaped gun? You could make it look like you're grappling with a giant snake and then get a shot in on the enemy while they're distracted.
Okay, now you're being ridiculous.
Naked Snake is James Bond, Vulcans are Bond villain, Eva's our Bond girl, and Snake Eater is our awesome Bond theme. It wears its influence on its sleeve, and it's kind of the best story ever told in the Bond format. You're given this backdrop of Cold War, weapons and secrets that will destroy the world if they're not taken care of. And then you have these super-powered weirdos fighting like little kids. Like the end, which is the best boss battle in gaming, because you wander around for 30 minutes until you hit him enough to kill him. Or you could just turn the game off and come back a week later, and he dies of old age. Though I prefer the Blade Runner death. It's these people who honor war and being warriors and soldiers more than themselves, seeing only the big picture, and sacrificing themselves in the process, all because of this Algorithm 8 level scheme that isn't fully explained until the end. See, the game is called Snake Eater because of the Ouroboros of war, but also because Big Boss eats grilled snake because he's a fucking psychopath. This is a game that's been overanalyzed enough, but I don't often see people talk about the Fury, or at least how it relates to the boss.
I came back from space. As I returned, I had one vision. The world set ablaze. And do you know what I saw there? Fury. A great and terrible fury at being alive. Now, you're going to feel the scorching heat of that horrible blackness.
He says he went to space and basically had an existential breakdown at just being alive. He saw the entire world and got pretty much lost. A similar scene happens with the boss explaining when she went to space and seeing the entire globe and just seeing peace.
In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth. A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see.
One can get lost with big pictures and interpretations, but lose their humanity. The boss is a hero, and also homophobic.
What is this fairy disguise? It's gonna rub off on you. And then you'll lose sight of who you really are.
But her vision that she tells Jack is foolish and would remove individuality from the world, like what the Patriots try to do, I think. She's a tool of the philosophers in the US ultimately and dies for them. This dude is a typical action hero that is kind of robbed of his own choice and individuality in the end. He's just a tool like the boss, a tool of a tool. Victims and systems out of their control, and that's the tragedy. At least the world was saved. For what though? For Jack to sell it? The ending is honestly one of the most fucked up things I can think of. Like, let's think about this for a moment. The man went through hell and back, had the woman he loved betray him, kill his surrogate mother, and all that only to be revealed that it was a giant scheme that he was only a tool in, and that his mother will be remembered as a monster by everyone except him. He will be the only man to know that she was actually a patriot, a hero. Of course this would break a man to the point where he would end up selling the world to try to achieve her dying dream. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, good game. I liked it.
A long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the
Anyway, I'm dumb. This video is dumb. You can tell that I wrote it about a couple days after playing the game. But thanks for watching. And if anyone knows how to patch or figure out how to run MGS4 on RSPC3 and get to like work and not crash after the title screen so I can actually play the game. And if not, does anyone have a PS3 they're willing to sell me? I'll give you doubloons. I'll give you those little chocolate golden coins.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
This movie rocked, by the way.